Okay, let's take a look at this problem. We're going to be finding the monthly payment on a 4-year, $40,000 business loan, nominal 3% annual interest rate. So the first thing we'll do, we'll identify we're going to be putting in 40,000 for the P, for the principal. Our rate is given as an annual interest rate, so we'll need to go ahead and find out what that is as a monthly interest rate. Now notice that my rate I've converted to a decimal, and then I'm going to divide it by 12, and the purpose there is to get the monthly interest rate. And then, of course, my N is going to be 48. Now, this comes from the 4 years, and we're going to be making 48 payments. So let's put these in the formula. I like to write it out just like we are going to put it in our calculator. So my P is first, and then I have my 0.0025, and then I've got my parentheses, my 1 plus 0.0025, and we're going to raise that to the 48th power. Then we'll divide, oops, not a question mark, then we'll divide by, notice I've got 2 parentheses here, and that's so that I open the denominator and then I have my parentheses in the denominator, and then a caret for 48, and then minus 1, and we close the parentheses. Now, if you're working on a graphing calculator just like I am, you would type this in just as is in the same order I have. I'm going to do it, though, in a different order for those of you who might be working on a scientific calculator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the parts, well, I wanted to highlight just that piece, highlight what we're going to calculate first. I'm going to just type this part in my calculator, the 1 plus the 0.0025, and then I'm going to raise that to the 48th power. You're probably going to have to do a little bit of rounding here, and that's okay. I probably would round to about 2 decimal places, maybe 3. And I'm going to replace that parentheses with my answer I got from my calculator. Now remember, we've got it again in the denominator, so I'm going to go ahead and put it as well. And then my next piece I'm going to calculate is this 1 minus 1.27. 1.127 minus 1. We'll calculate that. And again, I'm just typing my steps over again. If you're using a scientific calculator, you don't have the ability just to type it all in at once like the graphing calculator, but that's okay. You can still get the correct answer. Now, at this step right here, you're simply going to start multiplying and dividing in order from left to right. So let's do the 40,000 times my 0.0025, and you've got 100. That's nice. So I've got 100, and then I've got times 1.127, and then divide by 0.127. So I'm going to go ahead and I put an extra 0 in there. I'm going to go ahead and multiply that 1.127, and then I'm going to divide by the 0.127. And you may need to do that in 2 steps. For those of you who may be working on a scientific calculator, you would do that as well. So I hope this helps.